and welcome back. Goodness, it's been so long. Wow, I've missed doing this. I've missed everyone. Kind of hope that someone missed me maybe a little bit. My hair's back. I missed it. I don't know that it missed me, but I missed it. It came back interesting. Really, really, really. And it didn't come back. It came back way different than it did in my mind. Way different. Everyone had told me, wow, I know so and so. When their hair came back after chemo, it was red and it was curly and everyone had like this great story. Mine came back moon colored, curly, and disobedient. What? That isn't the way it was happening in my brain. It isn't the way it happened in anyone's brain. But it's here. I'm here. Welcome back with me. And as always, we'll start. And yes, I'm winging this. So anything can happen. But we'll start with their scripture. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. I almost cry every time I even say it. Okay, so to bring you to speed, I've been a little absent. I'm going to be honest and transparent. I had, regarding my little presentation, someone really hurt my heart, and it took me a little while to get up. I don't know, pluck up my courage to return. So I managed to pluck it up, and I had some encouragement from my fellow frog, and she's here with me today. She's helping me so much. I couldn't be able to do what I'm trying to pull off today without her. What I'm going to do is I've noticed that once chemo ended, it wasn't the end. Chemo kept pulling bad tricks on me. And I'm figuring that if it pestered me after a while, I'm not the only one that it pestered after a while. So what I did was the things that I began taking specifically to address issues that the chemo created, I gathered them together to share with you. It's going to be a weird way of doing it, but I think that it's the only way I can do it, that everything will be continued. If read between the lines, just read between the lines. So, first off, and I am not a doctor, I am not a nurse, I'm not even a physical therapist, I am not anything. I am someone that had cancer, chemotherapy, mastectomies, and everything that decided to jump on the train with it. So that left me with neuropathy. My blood count is still a horrible challenge, and I've had to take estrogen blockers to help assure that no cancer returns. And then that made me concerned for my bone health. So everything that I am showing you is related to these things now. So first off, we'll start with chemo brain. As I've said before, it was real. It was so real. It still is so real. But at this point, it might still be real because my blood just is not rebounding for whatever reason. But whatever it is, I am way better. I am way, 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 way better. So those that are still on this journey, don't panic. You do get smart again. Okay, I use that term loosely in my case, but you get better again. You return closer and closer and closer to where you were before. And there are still days that I'll use a word and I will literally like stop and go, I just used such and such word. I'm genius. And it's so exciting. And you'll get there too. Don't worry. This, I noticed literally huge improvements almost immediately. This helps address that. It sells itself as being stress support, but once you do some research, you find out that it's other type things that it supports. It does support stress. It does support moods. If you're one of those people that, well, might as well be blunt. If you've got like a little PMS going or something like that, this could be your friend. In fact, it could be everyone around you, your whole family and everything else's friend, because it does help support your moods. It supports stress, but it honestly did help bring back my memory. Um, it was almost cruel at first because mostly what I remembered at first was things that kind of taunted me, like, I don't know, remember that day that um, the Christmas turkey flew off the pan into the floor and kind of slid across under the table like a hockey puck. See, like a hockey puck. Yeah, the little bad boy went sliding. Things like that is what my mind was always showing me, and you'd be like, all right, that would have been okay if I didn't remember that. But at any rate, this stuff right here, it can be your friend. You don't necessarily, of course, have to get the brands and everything I did. This worked. I bounced through some different brands. This and Dr. Burke's helped me. So not only, this is to help you see what that looks like, but my fellow frog is also putting everything right here for me. We're also going to have it in the description. I love the use of we. She will have it in the description because this part of the thing is one of the things that hasn't returned that great yet, but I am getting there. Now, I didn't realize it when it was happening. And in fact, it didn't actually rear its ugly, and I do mean ugly head, until after chemo had ended. And then I realized I had neuropathy and I had it good, or it had me good. It had me. It had me. Because I tried out running and it didn't work. So I didn't see that coming. And the nurses were very, very good with every time before a treatment, they would check and make sure, any tingling, any numbness, and the answer was always no. I mean, I was always fine. And then after it ended, I couldn't, trying to go to sleep at night, my feet wouldn't stay still. They were tingling, they were burning, they were getting poked, my hands were getting poked. I got to the point that even to, gently scratch my face or something, it felt like I made a trench in my face because it was like, no, it wasn't good. So this also almost worked immediately. I also still know when I forget it, miss it, make sure that I don't miss the first thing I showed you or this one. But here is this. Trying to avoid my lights. That's what the bottle looks like. And Froggy put the description on there for you. And again, everything is included in the description below. I gave her links to put in there, and it is not, I don't make anything off the links. It's nothing I'm getting supported for doing. I'm speaking from my own personal experience and nothing more. No special training, nothing. And then since I do have to take the estrogen blocker, but I, through research, have found out that even if you are in the sun a lot, you are probably still low on this. And you can gobble down calcium till the cows come home, and it's not going to do a ton for you unless you're packing some of this. I don't know. Do these turn out backwards, come to think of it? I don't know. I hope they turn out okay. But you got to pack some of this for certain. Um, my cousin's wife just broke her foot. And I realized everyone needs a break, but this one took it to the next level. Her idea of break was it even hurt me when I saw it. And then she gave me the description of what happened. I almost had to sit down. It was bad. But she discovered that even though, she's farming, she's outside, she's in the sun, she was super duper low on that. So you need that. And then finally, this one, I was like, something has got to help with this whole blood thing because I'm just literally not functioning. I mean, vacuuming. Okay. Vacuum a little bit, sit down. Huff and puff some. That even made me tired. The whole huffing and puffing made me tired. And then I'd rest. And then I'd get back up and vacuum some, sit back down, huff and puff a while. It was bad. I mean, and forget like actually having to do something, standing in one place very long. It was dizzy. It was just, I literally wasn't functioning. And I've got until November before he was going to check my blood again. And I think that the last check was 4 months ago as of November. And he was concerned, but he wasn't really ready to act on it. It was, well, you did take chemo and you did take radiation at the very same time. So it's really not that shocking that you're a mess. And then he had to also add that I was already a mess anyway. Like, am I looking like I need that? Do I look like I need that? No. But he did let me know that I was a mess before he even got started on me. There's been so many moments with him. But this helped, and it helped fast. I can vacuum now without, I can't say that I don't need a break, but it's not as many breaks and it's not as much recovery time needed. So, and I honestly think that these are a good idea for everyone. Chemo, no chemo. Whoops, sorry, y'all. That's the bells in my head. Sorry. You're just part of my party. These are good, I think, for everyone. They help me a lot. And I'm figuring if they help me a lot, they'd help anyone. These bad boys. Yes. The link that I included, I think, is lemonade flavored because I didn't see the berry flavored. But I find them pretty tasty, so they don't actually stay in my mouth long enough to get much of a sense of yum or not yum anyway. So maybe the lemonade ones are just as well, but they didn't. All of them are Amazon links, and again, I won't be making anything off of it, so I'm not getting you to buy these things so that I literally feel better, if you know what I mean. I won't feel different. They help me, but you buying it won't. Now, during my absence, what I did was, again, my heart got hurt, and it took some recovery. It took some prayer. It took a lot of prayer. It took, I think, because the harsh words came from an unexpected place. It took a big hurt. So through a lot of praying and a lot of Bible and a lot of everything, so much. This part I love about my brain finally returning. My closeness with God, which I thought that I had all along in this journey has really ramped up even more. And I want to dive into his word. I want to go into prayer. I love being outside just to be outside because I feel like, yes, he is omnipresent. He is with me everywhere. But I feel like I'm even closer to him if I don't have the walls around me and I'm just in his lovely creation, reminding me that he made a lovely creation. It's just, and weirdly, um, I especially like seeing stars at night now. For some reason, I always like night sky, but I like it a lot now. So I would like to share some thoughts with you. Um, Part of what just really resounded to me was that my salvation feels so valuable now. And anyone that is watching this that hasn't found salvation yet, it is his special gift designed just for you. He presents it to you, and all you have to do is say, yes, thank you. And that's all. Literally, the scripture says he stands at the door and knocks, and all you have to do is open the door, he'll come in, and he'll sup with you. And I just, that was one of the things that just became so real to me afterwards. And I became so appreciative of that because going into it, I never felt like, oh no, I'm going to die. This is it. Curtains. I never felt like that anyway. I'm not dogging anyone else that did. I feel my heart goes out to you if that was the way that you felt at any point. Um, I thrived through the whole thing. God was with me through the whole thing. And I know that that was how come I thrived through it. I never looked, you can look at my videos, I never looked sick. I mean, I didn't look, most women don't, have beautiful bald heads that reflect light, but mine did. But I mean, that would have been about the only thing that would have given me away. So I was blessed. And anyone that is having a harder time, if you want to just drop a little message down there for me, I'll pray for you. I'll pray with you. I will literally contact you and pray with you. If you want to just drop your name in there, Fred, whatever, I'll pray with you. I'll pray for you. Um, there is a definite power in prayer. Definitely. And I found the scripture that really spoke to me too, so I would like to share it with you. Haven't you known, haven't you heard that the everlasting God Adonai, the creator of the ends of the earth, does not grow tired or weary? His understanding cannot be fathomed. He invigorates the exhausted. He gives strength to the powerless. Young men may grow tired and weary. Even the fittest may stumble and fall, but those who hope in Adonai will renew their strength. They will soar aloft with eagles' wings. When they are running, they won't grow weary. When they are walking, they won't get tired. And this is from Isaiah 40:28. And it spoke to me. And I think that it spoke to me because there were times that I did feel tired. I'm not going to deny. It was days that were rough, but I have heard so many people have far harder days than I remember having. There were times that I recorded when I felt rough, just so people could see, you do feel rough. And on those days, I think I looked rough. In fact, I think that my last recording, I just was still feeling terribly exhausted. And I think if you compare then to now, you can see a difference. I feel a difference. Yay to the vitamins. They were definitely helpful. It's supposed to storm, so the flies decided they need to come in. That's what's going on. I'm not seeing spots or something, which is all in my realm of possibility still. But I hope that the scripture helped you. I hope that the reminder helped you. These are odd times that we're living in, and if you're in these odd times, plus you're fighting something strange like cancer or some other illness, it does make it harder. But He is always with us. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, He's always the same, and He is always with us. And with that, I will say, as I always do, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Now that I've gotten my heart back in order, I plan on making frequent appearances. And like I said, I've got a great helper. She made today possible. I wouldn't have been able to achieve what just got achieved without her. So my greatest appreciation goes to her. And again, thank y'all for coming. I hope that you were able to get some sort of help from it. If you've got a question, drop that down in the description too. I monitor. I'm a small channel. It's easy for me to monitor my messages and everything, so I can get back with you. And if I don't know it, I'll find out. And I don't mind, like I said, I'll talk to you. We'll chat. We'll work things out. We'll pray. So until we meet again, peace be with you.